Why do I feel anxious? Where's it coming from? What's anxiety? So I get a lot of clients that come to me and says, Joe, I'm anxious. I'm worried about everything going on. I don't know why I'm worried. I'm panicked and I'm stressing out about you name it. and it's a fun thing for me to talk to them about. But every single one says, Joe, why do I feel anxious? Where's it coming from? What's anxiety, essentially? And that's a really fun discussion. That's something I actually really want to talk about today, right? What is anxiety? And we can see a lot of different emotions coming off of basically an emotion wheel. And I'll put down in the link below just what the emotion wheels kind of look like. And a bunch of different therapy styles have these emotion wheels from what everything bleeds out from it. So, but let's dive into maybe some of the concepts with it that kind of understands anxiety a little further. So there's 6 primary emotions. When you go and Google search, it'll tell you there's a debate between 6 and 10 that a lot of therapists do agree on, and there's 2 different styles on that one, but I'm gonna go off of the 6. And most people actually believe there's only 4. So, because we talk about 2 of them that you're not interacting with so much, but the 6 really are essentially happiness, sadness, fear, anger, disgust, and surprise. So, out of those, right, disgust, surprise, different elements, not so much what we relate to within the mental health side of things. But the first 4 we very much talk about. Everybody wants to be happy. Happy is when things are going good and you have no concerns about anything and you're feeling pretty solid. So that can also incorporate some other minor elements of like, no news is good news. If I'm just feeling okay and nothing's bothering me, I'm not necessarily super excited, I'd still throw that into the happy category because you're not dealing with too much. It's just, all right, things are chill right now. Anger, sadness, and fear all have more of a component to them because we don't want to stay in those states typically as human beings. And my favorite one to first start discussing on that one is anger. Anger is when you don't like something and you believe an action of yours can change it. So you're going to do that action to change it. Scream at someone, honk your horn, give some warnings, be a little bit more aggressive in a sense to change something you don't like or showcase that you don't like something. There's anger. Then we get to sadness. Sadness is yet again, there is something I don't like, but I'm powerless to change it. I have no idea how I can change it. I feel I have no way to change it. There's depression. There's sadness. There's frustration. Right? It's all I feel helpless. And then we get sad because I don't know who will help me. I feel sad, I feel alone, I feel isolated. That's what leads towards the depressive state. And then we get into fear and anxiety. And fear and anxiety are really related pretty well. What is fear? Fear is saying, I know something's out there to harm me in some way, emotionally, physically, a lot of ways. I'm afraid of it, so I don't want to be near it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to handle it, right? So there's fear, and I know what it is. Anxiety is saying, well, I believe something's out there to harm me, but I don't know what it is. And I don't know how to protect myself against it. I don't know what to do. And then you start getting anxious. I give a good example of this one of, let's say you're walking in the woods. Let's say you're going out through the beautiful mountains of California, you're out towards the redwoods, you're heading up to Yosemite, and it's just you out in the woods. During the day, feels kind of nice. Suddenly it's dark. That puts it a little bit more on edge. And then not only is it dark, but you start hearing some rustling over in the bushes. That's more towards a fear. Anxiety would be just saying, hey, I'm walking in the woods alone at night, and I believe there's nothing out there, but I don't know for sure. So I start getting ideas in my head that something could be. You start generating more anxiety over it. And with therapy, we kind of try to help identify some of the triggers to anxiety and how we alleviate that in order to be able to then make the unknown known. But further, we work on a lot of strategies to get you in a healthy routine where that's not your instant thought of stress or danger when it comes to work, when it comes to family relationships. And there's a big one, is with family and with connection. Oftentimes we're not making the same mistakes that you think, or even our day-to-day for business. And then we help ground a lot of that. And that's what I'll end on this video with today, is that there's some really simple general anxiety techniques that we do utilize. You may have heard of box breathing, grounding techniques, and so forth. And one of the ones I really appreciate that's really easy for me to remember is called threes. And if you are feeling a little anxious and need a moment to pause, what I recommend you do is you breathe in through your nose for 3 seconds, hold it for 3 seconds, and breathe out for 3 seconds. And it's called the threes technique because I bet you can guess that you have to do that 3 times. So there's the little fun tidbit of the day. If you like this video, please comment below and tell me what other videos you'd like to see or that we can have as some great conversation starters. As a licensed therapist, I'm here to help you, and Sunset Coast Family Therapy out here in Oceanside is here to have your back.
Sunset Coast!